Hey everyone, I'm here. This is Ginkgo, one of our several cats. And I am so excited to talk to you today about an update to our website that will make ordering online and managing your subscriptions and pull lists so much easier. We were using Managed Comics previously, but Managed Comics is now updated to Managed Comics 2.0, and it is so cool. So rather than just talking at you more, I'm going to jump in and show you what it looks like. Okay, so your first step is going to be logging on to our website. You'll notice it's a little updated. We've got all the headers up top. You can find all your books, you can find subscriptions, single issues, games, gift cards, more fun, merch, stickers, that kind of fun stuff. Anyway, the important part for us is subscriptions. So instead of having to go to an entirely different site now, Managed Comics is built into our own website. You can browse by publisher, by type. You can also look at it by previews. First thing you got to do is log in. If you have bought anything through the store website, you probably have a Shopify account, and that will be your login. If not, you can create an account. If you have a lot of subscriptions with us already, we've set up your account and have sent you an invite to create a password. I'm going to log in here, and it will take us back to the subscriptions page. But we're going to look at current previews. So let's look for some stuff to, you can scroll down and just look through everything. But let's make it easier, and I'm going to look at everything that Boom has to offer right now. Alrighty. So this is everything coming up from Boom Studios. They've been doing some great work lately, and I'm really excited about a lot of their stuff. One of the things I'm excited about is this Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer, gritty Buffy post-apocalyptic. Alrighty, so I click on it and it tells me what it's going to be about, who the creators are, what the price is. There's a little debug info, that's because we're in the beta, but you'll see here, you can see the other alternative covers, that there are now 2 buttons, subscribe to series and pre-order. It's going to tell you what the terms of subscription are, and notice that it says this here about a final order cutoff. We'll get to that in a second. I agree to them. And you can choose to subscribe either to the main cover or the B cover, but we'll get back to that in a second. So the final order cutoff is the last date that you can order a book by, and then it also will tell you the shipping date. So there's essentially a cutoff before we can ship it. So I'm going to subscribe to the main cover, but if you want or you prefer a B cover, some comics have multiple covers. You can also subscribe to the B cover now, which is really easy. You'll notice there's also the button saying subscribe to the B cover, but for some reason it's not available, fulfilled with the main cover. That way you still get your book even if your variant isn't available. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go over and look at some of the upcoming graphic novels. Let's see what Fantagraphics has. I always love Fantagraphics. Ooh, Crazy Cat. Love Crazy Cat. I want it. Now, since this is a single graphic novel, you'll notice it doesn't have a subscription, but it does allow me to pre-order it. So now I have it pre-ordered. Tells me there when it's shipping. It should be coming at the end of December. Great. And then we go to my subscriptions. Now you'll see that I've got my subscriptions listed here. I can click on either of those items to double check them. You can click on the trash can if you'd like to delete them. Now what I'm going to do here for a second is go over to single issues. This is where you can buy any single issues we have on hand. I'm changing it to show everything that's coming in this week. One of the cool things about Managed Comics is that it will be constantly updating our site, so that if you are looking for a new book to buy online, say you looked at Mad Magazine and you wanted to pick up this week's Mad Magazine, there's a new button now. Besides just add to cart, you can subscribe to the series, and it takes you right back over to the subscription site, and you can subscribe to it. So you were like, oh, Mad Magazine, I didn't realize I can subscribe to that. And it will go into your subscriptions. Another important element, show you just a screenshot here. When your books come in, you will get an email that will give you the invoice. So for example, this is my partner Sean's email this week for his comics that came in. So if you notice when you look at your subscriptions, there's your active subscriptions, and then the next tab is My Pulled Orders. So this says here on October 5th, we pulled Buffy, Dirtbag Rapture, Excalibur, Firepower, and New Mutants for Sean. Subtotal was $17.95. If you click on that pay for order, it brings you back to the website where you can pay for the order and then just come and pick it up. Easy peasy. If there's something that you wanted to drop or change, you can always just come into the store and pay for it there, and we can talk about it that way as well. But if everything looks good, you can pay for it and then just come in and pick it up. So that's another thing that makes your subscription life much easier. So if you still want to just come into the store and ask us to add your subscriptions, that's totally fine. But if this seems like a fun way for you to add subs and pre-order things, then I hope that you have fun with it, or at least it's an easier way to see some of the things that are coming up. Enjoy, and let us know if there's any bugs or anything that you're noticing, because, as I said, we are in the beta, and Brian and the Managed Comics team are really responsive to feedback, and they've been great to work with. So I hope you enjoy the new updates, and we'll see you in the shop soon.